Bonjour tout le monde. Ce matin, je veux m'adresser aux millions de
This morning,
Canadiens
I'd like
qui
to
font des
address
choix
the millions of
responsables
Canadians who are
pour
making
s'assurer
responsible
leur
decisions
sécurité et
to
celle de
ensure
leurs
their
proches.
safety and the safety
Je
of
sais
their
que cette
loved ones.
pandémie est frustrante.
I know that this
It's
pandemic has been
frustrating that
frustrating.
after 2 years, the battle against COVID-19 is still dominating so many parts of our lives. This virus affects us all. 2 of my own children have now contracted it, and this morning I learned I tested positive for COVID-19 as well. I feel well and have no symptoms. Of course, I'll be working remotely this week and will keep following public health guidelines. I want to take this opportunity to remind Canadians to please get vaccinated. It's a challenge that my family and I are facing, but there's nothing unusual or special about it. It's a challenge too many Canadians and people around the world know all too well. Durant cette pandémie, il y a des gens qui ont perdu des êtres chers.
Throughout this pandemic,
Nos
people
travailleurs
have
de la
lost
santé
loved ones.
continuent de faire un
Our
travail
healthcare
acharné.
workers are
Les
continuing to
scientifiques
work very
travaillent
hard.
jour et nuit pour
Scientists are
s'assurer
working
qu'on ait
day
des
and night
vaccins pour se
to ensure
protéger.
that we can get vaccines to keep us
This
safe.
pandemic is not over, and we have to be there for one another. And as we continue to have each other's backs, as we steel ourselves for the challenges ahead, I know you're wondering about what you saw in our capital city this weekend. As my friend Irwin Cotler said on Saturday, freedom of expression, assembly, and association are cornerstones of democracy, but Nazi symbolism, racist imagery, and desecration of war memorials are not. It is an insult to memory and truth. Hate can never be the answer. Over the past few days, Canadians were shocked and frankly disgusted by the behavior displayed by some people protesting in our nation's capital. I want to be very clear. We are not intimidated by those who hurl insults and abuse at small business workers and steal food from the homeless. We won't give in to those who fly racist flags. We won't cave to those who engage in vandalism or dishonor the memory of our veterans. La statue de Terry Fox et la tombe du soldat
The
inconnu
statue of Terry Fox
ne
and the
sont
tomb
pas
of the
seulement des symboles
unknown
du passé.
soldier are not only
Ce sont des
symbols of the
points
past.
marquants de notre histoire qui
They are
représentent des
important
héros
symbols
canadiens
from our
et
history
les
that represent
valeurs
Canadian
pour
heroes
lesquelles ils se
and
sont
the
battus.
values for which they fought.
Les sacrifices de ces héros
The
nous ont
sacrifices
donné
that
la
these
chance de
heroes
bâtir un
made
Canada
allowed
meilleur.
us to build a better
Tous
Canada.
les Canadiens ont le droit
All
d'exprimer leur
Canadians have the
opinion ou
right
leur
to express
désaccord
their
avec leur
opinion
gouvernement.
or their
Mais ils
disagreement
n'ont
with the
pas le
government.
droit de
But they
menacer
don't
ou
have
de
the right
harceler leurs
to
concitoyens
threaten or
ni de
harass
propager
their
des
fellow
messages
citizens
de haine.
or to spread hateful messages.
I want to thank the many Canadians who've made donations to the Shepherds of Good Hope and to the Terry Fox Foundation in response to what they saw this weekend. There is no place in our country for threats,
Lying
violence,
sack of shit.
or hatred. So to those responsible for this
Lying
behavior,
sack of shit.
it needs to stop.
Fuck you.
To anyone who joined the convoy but is rightly uncomfortable with the symbols of hatred and division on display, join with your fellow Canadians.
You're a
Be
fucking symbol
courageous
of hate.
and speak out. Do not stand for or with intolerance and hate.
Coward.
En ces temps difficiles, tous les politiciens doivent
In these
démontrer
difficult
du
times,
leadership
all politicians
responsable.
need to show responsible
On doit
leadership.
travailler pour rassembler les gens
We
de
need to
manière
work to bring
positive.
people together in a
On doit
positive
lutter
way.
contre la division
We need
et
to
la peur
fight division and
avec les
fear
faits.
with facts.
To the politicians exploiting people's fears, I ask you
What the fuck do you
to think
do?
long and hard about the consequences of your actions.
You're gonna get some fucking
To
consequences.
the nearly
You
90% of truckers across the country who've gotten vaccinated, who continue working hard to keep us fed and keep our economy moving, thank you.
divisive cocksucker.
Truckers have tough jobs. Long hours on the road, days away from their families. Real challenges, particularly over the past 2 years, as they've continued to step up, to put food on our shelves and on our tables, to support us with life-saving medication and supplies. We have relied on you, and you can rely on us to continue to stand with you and allow you to do your jobs safely. Almost 90% of you are doing exactly that, right? Exactly that. And we thank you deeply for everything you've done. The behavior on display this weekend does not represent
Lying
you.
sack of shit. Liberal fucking dirty
Canadians at home?
bastard.
Watching in disgust and disbelief at this behavior, wondering how this could have happened in our nation's capital after everything we've been through together. This is not the
Fear-mongering
story of our
liberal
pandemic,
bastards.
of our country.
You
our
fucking
people.
raped and pillaged this country in the fucking
Canada
spirit of it.
is strong
You fucking
because
dirty bastard.
you are strong.
Fuck you.
Pendant près de 2 ans, les Canadiens
For
ont
nearly
fait
2
preuve de
years,
force
Your
Canadians
fucking exit
showed
interview is
strength,
poor.
et de
generosity,
respect.
and
Vous
respect.
avez démontré
You're on your
votre
way out,
You've
you
courage.
shown
piece
your
of shit.
courage.
Vous avez fait d'énormes
You've made
sacrifices.
huge sacrifices.
For nearly 2 years, you've been there for each other as neighbors, friends.
And you've been fucking
fellow
making
Canadians.
profits off of it.
I think of the moms and dads
Dirty fucking
who
liberal
looked after
bastard.
their families, the kids
You and
who
your
stepped
daddy,
up
you socialist
in
prick.
so many different ways, seniors who stayed strong in our darkest days, volunteers throughout our communities who supported our most vulnerable, frontline workers from truckers to store clerks who've kept our shelves stocked and made sure we have food on our tables,
Fucking globalist bastard.
healthcare heroes who've saved countless lives and continue to do so. We know you're tired,
You're
and
tired.
yet you do not stop.
We won't.
You inspire us.
Thank you.
Canadians support you.
You're not
We're
a
in
Canadian,
your
you
corner.
fucking globalist prick.
All of you are the story of this pandemic,
No, you are
not the
a fucking
convoy.
coward of the country.
Cette pandémie, c'est aussi
This
l'histoire
pandemic
de millions
is
de
also the
personnes qui ont
story
fait
of
les
the
bons
millions
choix,
of people who
qui se
made
sont
good
fait
choices,
vacciner et qui ont fait
who
des
got
sacrifices
vaccinated,
pour
and who
assurer
made
leur
sacrifices
sécurité
to ensure
et
their
celle des
safety
autres.
and the safety of others.
Je peux vous dire que je vais continuer
Coward.
I can say that I will
d'encourager les gens à
continue
se faire
to
vacciner,
encourage
que
people
ce
to get
soit pour les doses
vaccinated,
de rappel ou les
whether
vaccins
it's
pour les
for
enfants.
booster shots
Je continue
or
d'être
vaccinations
là.
Wait,
for
but you
children.
got
I will
COVID.
continue to be there for you.
You
I
got
wish I could tell you
three shots.
that there are no more difficult moments ahead. But we all know I can't say that.
No.
What I can say is that this government will continue to have your backs.
Yeah.
We will continue to be there for you as long as it takes, with as much as it takes. That's how we've all gotten through this pandemic so far, and that's what we and I will continue to focus on. Because we believe in you.
Yeah.
Canadians are compassionate, kind, strong, and resilient. You elected us
No,
all
we didn't. No,
to
we
get
didn't.
big things done, and with the return of Parliament, we all have work to do.
Yeah.
Later today, I'll be participating in question period, an important part of our democratic system, alongside parliamentarians who,
Censorship.
despite threats and intimidation, will continue to serve
You are the fascists, you fucking
Canadians,
liberals.
and work together to
Liberals
deliver
stand for
results
nothing.
for people.
Fascist
This afternoon,
motherfuckers.
we'll be introducing legislation to ensure we continue providing as many rapid tests as possible to the
Tests.
provinces and territories. And
Tests don't
tonight,
fucking work, you
I'll be
fucking positive
virtually
prick.
addressing the House of Commons
You're
about the
positive.
situation in
Lying
Ukraine.
sack of shit.
I'll be talking about the importance of freedom,
I got a question.
democracy,
When
and
did
the
Sophie
rule of
leave
law
you? You stupid
in
fucking
the face of
cocksucker.
Russian provocation.
Oh,
In this
big
difficult
fucking
time,
wig.
more than ever, we must stay true to our values, to who we
Christopher
are as
Freeland's
Canadians.
grandfather's a fucking Nazi.
Canadians,
Ukrainian Nazi.
We stand up for what's right,
Fact check that, bitch.
and mostly, we stand up for each other. That's how we've gotten through this so far.
Exit
That's how
interview.
we'll continue to get through this That's how we remain true to who we are.
Fuck you.
Merci, mes amis.
Suck it.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you, Prime Minister. We'll now start